Yes, welcome back. Episode 3. On this one, I'm going to try and get the headlining in, do a few little bits, a bit of tinkering. So I've got the front fish eyes in, but I need to use my Dremel just to open up it a little bit because it was a front panel but didn't have the fish eye cutouts on it. Matt's done a wicked job of cutting them out nice and clean. I just needed a tiny little bit of tinkering just to get the screws through solidly. But yeah, got some headlining adhesive ready to go, high temp stuff, so hopefully it shouldn't drop down in the baking hot UK temperatures. But yeah, let's get it. If you've not got one of these, I highly recommend it. It's probably one of the handiest bits of kit I've got. This and a multi-tool, tell you what, can't go wrong with them. Two bits of kit I'd always have in my arsenal. There we go, she's in. You don't want to go too tight on these because these plastic lenses do crack quite easily. So just get them hand tight, little nip, and it shouldn't really go anywhere.
They don't see the work that it takes. I've been taking my time, it never hit the brakes. They don't see the work that it takes. I've been taking my time, it never hit the brakes.
So with these, you have the metal backing plate, which is on the inside of the bus. The front indicator housing, fisheye with the orange tinge. And a rubber, which goes on the back of the chrome plastic and sits up against the bus body. You'll notice on here, one side is bigger than the other. And on here, you've got a clip this side, which slots into the smaller side.
I've been taking my time, it never hit the brakes. They don't see the work that it takes. I've been taking my time, it never hit the brakes.
So this is my first time trying anything like this really. I've done a few, I say first time trying it. I recovered my bay windows roof, but they were just sort of wooden panels and it ended up sagging anyway, so it was a bit of a shit job. So this is my first time doing anything, but hopefully will turn out very, very nice. First off, I'm gonna degrease it all with some panel cleaner. I'm going to start on its back bit here because it's the smallest section, potentially easiest bit to do. A very good trimmer, Austin, let me know that this is the easiest panel to start on to get a feel for it, so we'll go for it. If I fuck it up, rest of the bus is going to look a tip, but hopefully I do an half decent job. It looks alright. I carry on. It flies up and then every little bit looks perfect. I've learnt a new skill and one step closer to it being done. Right, let's let that dry for a minute. I'm going to mask up a few little bits so the glue doesn't get everywhere. Probably in here. I'll tell you, I think that folds back in here. Oh, there's a little screw there. Let me get that out. So yeah, if you're enjoying this, don't forget to like, subscribe, check out my other videos. I've got multiple other things going on the channel. I've got a trade up challenge to a classic exotic and also some cool trips planned in the near future. But yeah, this turned out pretty well. I masked it up to try and stop getting the adhesive everywhere, but I still got it absolutely everywhere. Best thing I sort of found with this was to measure it out first, cut it, pin it up a little bit just to find out where it naturally falls. Obviously I'm no expert, it didn't turn out like absolutely perfect, but it's definitely good enough for me and my first time doing it. I'm really happy with it. It's just taking your time, go slow, go steady, stretch it into all them crevices, and yeah, just keep it as neat as you can, as clean as you can. So first side done and pinned up, now to move on to the doors. So with these, to get them right into the corners, obviously cut a section out of the middle, cut into the corners and cut sort of 3 little slits so they can fold over the inner recess. The top corners of these were quite tricky, quite hard to get in. Obviously I didn't want to pull them too tight, stretch it and sort of like distort the perforation. So I've sort of folded them, flipped them over. I think they look fine. Once all the seals are in, I think it's going to look really, really well. Alright, that's these 3 this side pretty much done, and it doesn't look too shabby. It's not the neatest around the bits, but they're going to be hid. I've put the seal on this one. I'm going to get the next seal on this one, let that one dry a little bit longer, and then I think once these are done, I'm going to be jumping on the next side, which is a long panel. Once that long panel is done, onto the headline itself and the roof. So once these are done, I can get a pop outs in. Yeah, we're moving. You need to follow it around with these when you're putting it in and sort of pull it tight. The first few times I put it in, I struggled and ended up with quite a bit of excess left at the end. But if you sort of pull it tight, pull into the corners, push it in as far as it will go, you'll get that excess down, so it'll be a nice solid seal to stop any water getting in. Lovely. And onto the long side. I'd pre-glued this prior to taking a video. I got the side all cut off and gave myself plenty of excess just to give me plenty of like stuff to pull it in with, because you do get a few creases that you need to pull out, make it as smooth as possible. Cut out the centres again, get it nice and tight into the edges. One thing I can recommend is get yourself a real decent sharp craft knife. It just makes your life so much easier. You don't want to be dragging across the perforated vinyl and not making clean cuts. You need it to be nice and clean. And if you've got plenty of excess, but obviously measure out all your panels before you cut them all up, because you don't want to be short of material, especially when the kits ain't the cheapest. Yeah, and onto the nice trim up bit of all the excess. Just make it as clean as possible. The door panels and stuff do go up to the edge of the headlining, and then in the top towards the headlining there is sort of like a rubber trim seal piece that hides that sort of messy bit you see making me hash job trying to cut out here. But yeah, I think it's turned out pretty good. And now for the finished product. So yeah, I couldn't resist trying a pop outs in, and I tell you what, the bus is starting to turn out really nice. Will it be done for summer? Let's see.